Welcome, everybody. My name is Audrey, and I'm very happy to welcome you today for this webinar dedicated to our Indian alumna, Miss Shrishti Iyer. She's going to tell us everything about her life in Monaco. She is a graduate from the Master in Luxury Management program. She used to work in Monaco, now back to India, but she will tell you everything about it. Of course, she will be also very happy to answer any question you may have regarding the MSc in Luxury Management program and also about our path. So don't hesitate to write all your questions in the Q&A section here, and we'll be very happy to address them during and after the presentation. So without further wait, we're going to start with you, Shrishti. So can you please first introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Shrishti. I live in Bangalore, India. I did my bachelor's in business administration, specializing in marketing and finance. And then I worked for a year with a fintech company while I handled all of their marketing. And then I decided to do my master's in luxury brand management in Monaco. And IUM seemed like the perfect fit. So here I am.
Okay, thank you. So let's start with the beginning. How did you first hear about IUM?
Right. So I was looking for universities that offered this specialization in luxury management. And I found Monaco, and I love Monaco as a place. So it just made sense to, study there because it's right in the middle of France and Italy, and it gives you that right exposure and access to, you know, the lifestyle and the luxury that you're literally living and breathing in the city there. So it felt like the right fit.
Okay, so about the Master in Luxury, you know, guys, maybe that there are four specializations, sub-specializations in the Master in Luxury. We have brand, we have fashion, we have hospitality and events, and we have yachting. So which one did you choose, Srishti?
I did brand management
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to get like a generic understanding of all kinds of industries so that I wouldn't feel like I'm missing out on something else.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I picked brand management.
Yeah, brand management is the more global we have. Then it's up to you to decide afterwards whether if you are fascinated about events or about fashion, of course, you can go for it or yachting, you know. But if you want to have a generic overview, just as Rishi mentioned, the brand management would be the good choice. So why did you decide undertaking a master in luxury management?
Right. So after working for a year in marketing, I felt like I wanted to do something that's more people oriented, where I get to interact with a lot of people. And I love traveling, so I wanted something that's very global. So I was looking at what kind of marketing will give me access to things like this. And luxury felt like the right place to be. And I've always been curious about how the law of demand is completely working in an opposite way when it comes to luxury brands. And it's something that always piqued my interest. So that's why I thought this is where I should be.
Okay. And why did you choose IOM for that?
So again, as a university being in the cusp of France and Italy, giving you that global exposure, I saw how diverse their student community is. I spoke to a lot of alumni as well, and the access that a smaller university gives you in terms of opportunities to grow, it felt like IUM was a great choice for that.
Okay. And what did you like most about your time at IUM and in the master program?
So I loved that the sessions were very personalized. I could freely ask all of my questions to all of the faculty, and they all brought in like so much knowledge from different sectors of the industry. So it felt like a very holistic approach to the course itself.
Okay. And actually, professors are also from all over the world, right?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So it gives you a global outlook on everything, right from the professors to your students, as well as the, trips that we would do or practical learning sessions outside of the classroom. Everything was extremely global, which gives a good foundation in terms of starting out.
Okay. So now talking more about your experience as a foreigner in Monaco. What has been your experience living abroad, away from home? Maybe challenges and also opportunities that you found in Monaco?
Right. In terms of challenges, I would say it was mainly not knowing French before I moved there. So I made an effort to learn a little bit of French once I got there so that it genuinely helped me so much by learning just a little bit of French to get by and speak to people, in grocery stores or at the train station. And that was something that truly helped me. In terms of opportunities, again, like the access you get to people from all over the world, you learn so much and you become so independent, and it's such a fulfilling experience. So I think it's a great, great opportunity to move.
Okay. Where did you live? Because 90% of our students live in France and commute every day. So was it your case? Where were you?
Yes, I did the same thing. I stayed in Monton. So I would take the train every day, which was about a 12-minute train ride to university. And yeah, it was very convenient.
Okay. And what is the main difference between living in India and in Europe for you?
For me, I would say as a girl, the safety aspect, like I could go out at any time. I felt
Mhm.
so safe in, you know, all parts of France or Monaco, wherever I was. It was extremely safe. And that's a very big difference, I think, from being in India, because like for a girl to just go out at night alone and, feel safe, that was very contrasting. Like I could do that as much as I wanted here.
That's a nice place. That's a nice one. It's true that Monaco is known to be like one of the safest or the safest place in the world, maybe after Vatican. So
Yeah.
it's true that I mean you can be alone at night in the street and nothing will happen to you. So this is a very good point when you, especially a single lady, as you meant
Yeah.
as you said in Monaco. Coming back to your studies now, what did you do for your internship at the end of the Master in Luxury Management program?
Right. So IUM has luxury days, business days, where a bunch of companies based in Monaco as well as other parts of France. They come and they give you presentations, and you're allowed to apply for internship postings while they do that. So that's how I got my internship through IUM. I worked at Relevance in Monaco. They are a luxury marketing agency for ultra high net worth individuals.
Okay. And what after your studies then, where did you work after your graduation?
Right. So I continued working with Relevance after my internship. They offered me a remote contract where I could work with them. So I worked with them for another year. I did the same thing. I did digital marketing for luxury brands and real estate companies. So this was the kind of clients we were dealing with at Relevance.
Okay. And so you worked with Relevance, but now where are you working? What are you doing?
Right. So right now I'm currently freelancing in India. I'm back to India. I work with a bunch of high net worth clients. I manage their projects where they, do startups, or I help them with their branding, storytelling, and I also help them target the right audience for their products as well as services. So I'm trying to bring in what I learned at Relevance back home.
Okay, thank you. And so in your current job, or maybe at the job you had at Relevance, do you really use the competencies you acquired during your Master in Luxury Management program?
Right, for sure. I think from day one, I used so many things that I studied at IUM, for example, like understanding consumer psychology or going from brand storytelling to distribution and client communication. So these are things that you use on a daily basis. And IUM laid a strong foundation to face the real world with these cross-cultural communication and international exposure that I got at the university. I could use them on a daily basis at work.
Okay, okay. And now maybe a fun thing, what is your best memory of the program. Best memory in Monaco. It can be an experience in Monaco also outside of the university. I don't know.
Right. With the program, I think the educational trip we had to Spain, it gave me so much exposure and freedom to experiment with the field, and we were allowed to interview different stores, speak to high-level managers at different luxury brands. So it gave us an insight of what working in a luxury brand actually feels like. So I think in terms of the course, that was a top experience for me. But with respect to Monaco itself, I think the Monaco Grand Prix is
Of course.
a top tier experience that everyone there. It's amazing.
And it's going to happen next week in Monaco, by the way. So yes,
Yeah,
now you can
yes.
feel the energy everywhere now in the streets already.
Hmm.
We have a question from
Right.
one of our attendees here now, Shrishti. Is asking actually, can
Yes.
you tell us more about a typical day at IUM as a student, as an Indian student especially?
Right. Okay. So you get your schedules at the beginning of every week. So then you would know what classes you have. I would wake up, get ready, take the train, get to university. We would have uh, our sessions, which would be typically 1.5 hours long each. And then we would have a break time. So we would hang out in the cafeteria, get a coffee or some cookies, which I love at the cafeteria and I miss them. And yeah, after class, we would go out, grab some drinks in Monaco, and just it was just a very wholesome day, I would say. Every single day was very nice.
And another question regarding the pace. So, do you only have exams, or is it like a lot of group works and presentations to organize?
Right. So, in terms of the course structure, we had a lot of group activities and group projects and presentations that we would have to do. And we had exams as well. So it was a combination of both. And you are assigned a team for each semester and you go about your group projects that way. And most projects are group based. So yeah.
Okay. Another question is one of our attendees that intends to start the program in 2026, and she is asking how much time she should take to organize a trip to Monaco. Does she have to apply 1 year in advance, or what did you do yourself, Shishti?
Right. So I applied about 10 months before the intake started. So for September, I think I applied around November or October.
Mhm.
And I had my interview, and then the jury would meet, the admission jury met, and I got maybe in like 10 days is when I knew whether I made it or not. So I would say it's good to have like a 10-month uh, advance before you start applying and start your process so that you have enough time to find your accommodation because that takes a lot of time and get your visas in place and all your documents in place. So 10 months is a good time, I would say.
And how was this is a question from me actually. I'm just thinking about it. How was your visa process? Because I know many of our students are worried about that. Was it smooth?
Right. So in India, it's extremely smooth, and you just have to, the university provides you a great list with a checklist of all the documents that you need to apply for the visa. So I used that list and it helped me. So I got my visa in about 4 days of applying. So it's very clear. You have all the steps given to you by the university, and when you're at the visa office, they triple check all your documents so you're in good hands with the visa in India. But when you go to Monaco, it becomes a bit complicated.
Yes, well, actually, because you stayed in France, but
Hmm.
yes, maybe for attendees, I can explain that 90% of the students live in France because it's very special. One side of the street is Monaco, and the opposite side of the street is France, and you can commute very easily between the two of them. So, but the prices are much cheaper in France than in Monaco. This is why most of the students live in France. So actually, as you're going to study in Monaco but live in France, you will need to ask for a long stay visitor visa in France. because a student visa is only for students living in Monaco. So you can do it, of course, but I mean, you need to know that there is a difference in visa types depending on where you live. The visa is delivered according to where you live, not to where you study. But anyway, as Shrishti was mentioning, we do have a student services departments, and they are here to help you guys with your visa, telling you where to apply, what to do, what documents to prepare, and they also help you with housing because they have many housing options, real estate, and also have. I'm not sure you had this, Shrishti, when you did it, but now we have a WhatsApp group for
Yeah.
housing. Yeah. And it's very nice because students can share, if some of them want to share apartments or if they are living in an apartment and they would like to find somebody to take over after they finish with their studies, then there are also a lot of exchanges on this group. So this is very helpful. Um, and also a few words about the application process, because Srishi just mentioned that she had an answer within 10 days. So yes, it's a quick process. So basically to apply, you need to go on the website, put all your documents, upload them. And then when you're finished with uploading, then you have your motivational interview, which is online with one of the professors of the program or with the program director. And then the idea of this interview is to go a little bit deeper into the application file, to know you better, to understand your background and also your expectations and understand whether you're a good fit for us, but for you to understand also whether we are a good fit for you, because it works in two ways round. And then when that is done, the final jury meets without you. It's a private, let's say, jury between professors and the one who did the interview and the interviewer, actually. And then after that, we give the answer to the students, to the applicants. So yes, all in one usually takes something like 1 week because we have one jury per week. So it can be a very quick process indeed. And now, Shrishti, just to end this webinar, I would like to, well, we have two more questions. One would be, what would be your 3 words to describe at IUM?
I would say personalized, immersive, and transformative.
Okay, maybe you can elaborate a bit about those
Right.
3 words.
So personalized in the sense that you do get personalized attention during your class and you get to, bring out your personality and it helps you grow in a very personalized manner. The courses are very curated specific to the specialization that you pick. So that's how it's personalized. In terms of immersive, it gives you a good mix of, a practical as well as theoretical mix of both. So you get insights from both sides of, the coin. And lastly, I said transformative because from where I started to where I graduated, I've become a completely different person and I've learned so many new things. So, yeah, that's been my journey.
Okay, interesting actually, and very inspiring, I have to say. And one final question, which is very important. What tip will you give to any students, Indian or not actually, who would be interested in undertaking a master in luxury management at IUM or any program at IUM?
Right. So I would say that since you're getting so much global exposure, make use of all the opportunities that come your way and network and be open to meeting new people because meeting people is key and that's how you make your network stronger and build more connections. So I think that's my tip to you guys because there's so many people around you that are so valuable and you can gain so many insights from all of them. So yeah.
Yes, I think it is very good advice, and we have lots of events that our students can attend all through their journey with us, especially in the Master in Luxury Management, I have to say, because many events happen in Monaco in this sector.
Right.
Um, so I don't see any additional question from the audience, so it's time to end this webinar. So thank you very much, Rishti, for being our guest
Yes.
today.
Sure.
Well, if any of the attendees here has any question for you, I can I send them to you so that maybe you
Of
can.
course.
Offline
Yes,
also. Okay, perfect. So
sure.
we do so. We do so.
Yes,
Thank you very much. And thank you very much to our attendees today. And if you have any question, feel free to contact us. And if any question for Shrishti, we'll be very happy to transfer that to her. Thank you very
yes.
much and have a very nice day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.